There was a man once, someone you might know, or maybe not. Let's call him Paul. Paul loved wandering the woods. One day, as he strolled along a winding trail, the soft crunch of leaves underfoot seemed to whisper to him, as if the earth itself had secrets to share. He noticed how his feet moved without thinking, left and right, a rhythm that became almost hypnotic. And as he walked, the air seemed softer, lighter. He became aware of how easily he could lose himself in the sway of the trees and the murmurs of the breeze. And you felt that, haven't you? That peaceful ease that seems to take over when you simply allow yourself to follow. And the more he walked, the more the world seemed to fade, and the more vividly he could sense that inner stillness. A place where thoughts drift like clouds, and you can follow them or not. And perhaps, as you hear this, you've already started noticing the sense of calm within yourself, that sense of letting go. Paul wandered deeper into the woods, where the trees grew thicker, their branches weaving a canopy that played with the sunlight, casting dancing shadows. It was here that he stumbled upon something curious. A bird quietly perched on a low willow branch. The bird tilted its head as though it was listening, understanding something beyond what words could say. And as Paul watched it, he realized how perfectly still the bird was. Its stillness wasn't empty, it was full of presence, full of focus. And as Paul stood there, breathing in that stillness, he noticed his own breath slowing, deepening. The bird didn't rush, didn't wander, it simply stayed. And as you listen now, there's something comforting about that, isn't there? That stillness, that pause between moments. And maybe you, like Paul, are beginning to find that each pause opens a door a little deeper into that quiet, into that clarity. It's so easy, so natural to simply drift into that space where time fades and only the present moment matters. Paul felt drawn to the bird, not by its beauty, though it was striking, but by its intent. It didn't flit nervously like others he'd seen. No, this bird seemed purposeful. As he watched, it hopped gently to another branch, closer to the ground. There, scattered seeds lay among the fallen leaves. The bird pecked, not aimlessly, but carefully, choosing only what it needed. And Paul thought, isn't that curious? How this bird knows exactly what to take and what to leave behind. And you might find yourself wondering now, what if it's like that for us too? What if we're naturally equipped to know what to keep and what to let go of? Imagine for a moment what it would feel like to trust that instinct completely, just as the bird does. To take only what nourishes, what serves, and to leave the rest behind. And the more Paul thought about that, the more he noticed something else. The bird never rushed. It trusted there would always be enough. You see, Paul realized it wasn't about struggle or force or control. It was about flow, about trusting yourself to do what's right, one small choice at a time. And isn't it funny how when you step back, everything can feel lighter, simpler? Eventually the bird fluttered back up to its branch and looked at Paul one last time before disappearing into the trees. Paul smiled, feeling a quiet certainty settling into his chest. It wasn't a grand epiphany, it was something gentler and knowing. He turned and began walking back, his steps lighter than before, as though each one carried him forward with ease. And as you're coming back now, perhaps you too notice that lightness, that certainty. Maybe you feel more ready to trust your own path, your own instincts, one small step at a time. And in the days ahead, you'll find it surprising how easy it becomes to make choices that align with your goals. Like the bird, you'll notice yourself naturally choosing what nourishes you and leaving behind what doesn't, effortlessly, without even thinking about it. Thank you for joining me on this journey today, and until next time, goodbye and good mental health.